Now, no Indian meal is complete without tea. Masala chai, to be specific. You know, chai is a funny word here in the States because you often see, things on the shelves or in restaurants labeled as chai tea, which is a bit redundant. It's like going to a Mexican restaurant ordering a burrito. Chai means tea. Chai is tea. And specifically today, we're going to make a masala chai. Now these are my 3 favorite ingredients to throw in a masala chai. You of course need your chai, or tea for those of you. Now this is black tea from India, and you do not need a lot of it. It's quite strong. You can pick this up at any Indian store. It's in fine granules, it's ground up, it's not in leaf form. Assam tea is how it's sometimes labeled. That's from the region of Assam. And like I said, any Indian store you can pick these up. This is ground packet of spice. Masala means spice. It's going to be a spicy tea for those of you who haven't had it, and it is perfect for after a meal. Now in this is actually ground nutmeg, ground ginger, ground coriander, black pepper, and cardamom. Cardamom is a key ingredient here. Now I like my tea extra gingery. So what I do is grate some ginger directly into the pot. Now this is frozen. The reason I use frozen ginger is it is easier to grate and it comes out as a nice crystalline form. So, just buy some ginger root at the store and throw it in the freezer overnight. Make sure you cut it up first. It's not easy to cut once it's frozen, but it's very nice to grate. All right, let's get started. All right, now pulling out my trusty hand grater. Now notice this is a small grater type. It's so I can stick it in my hand and grate like this, or like this. It's not your big grater type. This is too big, too bulky. You cannot control where the crystalline ginger is going to go. So I suggest getting yourself a small hand grater. All right, so first things first, let's start grating our ginger into our small pot. And just like that. Not sure if you can see from there the falling ginger, but it comes out quite nice. It's a lot easier than when the ginger is not frozen. You get some sort of mush on the grater. I love that sound and that smell. I'm sure you guys are thinking at home, oh my god, this guy's putting a lot of ginger in there. I like my tea really gingery and really spicy. I have an aunt in India who they tease her because her tea is vegetable soup. That's the kind of joke they give her because she puts so much ginger and turmeric and all sorts of other spices in there. But I gotta tell you, some of the best damn tea I've ever had. Alright, almost done here. You of course want to leave a little bit of knob just so you don't grate your finger. Alright. Now being that this knob left is a little too small to grate anywhere, I'm just going to throw it right there in the pot and at least get some ginger juice out of it. Alright, next up is the tea itself. And in it goes. Now I separated out a small amount. When you buy the bag, you'll get quite a bit and it'll last you quite a while. Like I said, the tea is really strong in terms of caffeine. So it depends. If you're a coffee drinker, definitely use the tea and make it dark. If you are a tea drinker in general, or a green tea drinker, you're gonna want to go a little easy on the tea because it is out of control. caffeinated. All right. Now the next step, the spice. You know, I was always told growing up to put just a pinch in there. And I'm not one for putting a pinch of anything anywhere if it has any flavor. So, unless you are making it yourself by grinding up ginger and cardamom and whatnot, I suggest you put a little bit more of a pinch, because if you're buying a ground bag of masala from the Indian store, it's gonna be a bit stale by the time we get it here in the States, or whichever country you're living in. I'm assuming if you're living in India, you're not watching this DVD on how to make Indian food. All right, a couple cups of water. Now this will be a few servings here. I am using my super mug. This is a giant cappuccino mug. Those little things, don't cut it for me. So, a couple servings of water. And I am going to use a cup and a half, because the secret ingredient to Indian tea is milk. Milk, you say? That's disgusting. Milk is actually what makes an Asian tea. And I'm just going to pour a bit in there. Now this is what separates India from the other Asian countries. Other countries will boil their tea and either add their milk later. India will boil their tea directly in the milk. And it really brings out that flavor. I'm only throwing just a bit here. I don't like my tea extra hot, so to cool it off when it's done, I'm going to top it off with more milk. Now we turn the stove on to high heat and bring to a boil. Now watch for overboiling. You see that happen? Just turn off the heat. And you can bring it down to a simmer. Now there's no need to stir. Tea kind of takes care of itself that way. Look how dark and beautiful that milk has gotten. Just a little bit of tea made a really strong concoction. I think it's safe now. It's been boiling for a couple minutes. It is safe now to turn it off and let it sit for 4 to 5 minutes. And when we are done, strain into each mug. For a serving, you obviously want to strain it because there's going to be a lot of leftover tea and ginger that people do not want to be chewing on. And that is it.